We're back. We're back for the second half of BT16. Let's start recording this. Okay. I'll make this a YouTube video later. So I believe we finished off with green. So we are moving into black. All right, I don't know all the black cards in the set, so this will be interesting. We'll give it a minute for people to come in. We'll give it a minute here. Refresh YouTube at the right time. Heck yeah. All right, so we started off a little bit, well, not a little bit, we got through red, blue, yellow, and green yesterday. So we still have purple, black, tamers, and options to go through today. So still about half the set. I'm gonna get started in like 30 seconds here. Just put, of course. All right, we're back. We're back. All right, and go ahead and get started. So we left off at black. So let's go Armadillomon. Digivolve for 1 over yellow or blue. It itself is yellow and black, or Digivolve over an Upamon for 0. So that's good because of course the Upamon that you're supposed to play with this deck gives you, if your 2 colors, gives blockers. So that's the synergy right there. Your turn, once per turn, when one of your other Digimon is played or Digivolves, if that Digimon is yellow or has the free trait, gain 1 memory. Inheritable all turns, this Digimon gets plus 1000. Very good inheritable. This all turns plus 1000 inheritable. Like a lot of Digimon have this inheritable now, and it is a really solid inheritable. Ooh, part 2 post hockey game. Yeah, freaking Vegas lost last night. Really sad. Overall, like I said before, this is the same as the Vmon. This is the same as the Hawkmon, and I think the Salamon is not the same effect because it has to do other things with the Gatomon stuff. But these cards are like okay. Like I feel like if you're playing the DNA deck, you play these cards in them. Even though this plus 1000 inheritable is good, I wish they gave all of the rookies for the DNA decks the end of turn DNA, because that is by far the best effect you want in those types of decks, and you want to stack them up. And specifically in the Pada Armadillo deck, the only other one that has it, I think it's the movie Armadillomon, and then there's a blue Patamon from BT8. And because the Patamon is blue and only the Digivolves are blue, you can't play the yellow Upamon from the set that is actually good. So like I said about this deck before, it's like the colors are too awkward. Like there's no definitive like cohesion. So unfortunately that really holds the deck back. Okay, let's rank them. I'm gonna give this Armadillo a 2. 2 out of 4. Come on, bro. Oh, the lag. I need a new computer soon. There we go.
Struggling to find hair care that works? Meet pros.
No. Okay, moving on to Commandramon. So Commandramon, Digivolve 0 for black. All turns, all your other Digimon with a D Brigade or D Police trait get plus 1000 DP. Pretty good all turns effect. And all turns inheritable, all your other Digimon with the D Brigade or D Digipolice trait get plus 1000 DP. Also pretty good inheritable. Wow, this card's pretty solid, especially for... So D Brigade, D Police are like kind of the same deck and like kind of not the same deck. There's like so many ways you can go for this. I see you maybe playing this like... Man, there's so many Commandramons now. I think you can legit play like 20, 24 Commandramons now. Maybe Rush Commandramon comes back, but I don't know if that's just like Numamon at home. Interesting card. I'll give it a 3. It seems good on paper, but I don't know if you actually play it. So just in a vacuum, I think the card is good. Moving on to Dorumon. Digivolves over Dorimon for 0. Or otherwise, black or purple, level 2 for 1. It itself is black purple. Start of main. By placing one Kosuke Kisakata, sure, from your hand as this Digimon's bottom Digivolution card, this Digimon can't leave the battle area other than by deletion until the end of your opponent's turn. So kind of continuing the trend from the Ryudomon from last set, because I'm pretty sure this Tamer is also a memory setter. So it's the same idea as the Ryudomon, but instead of for Oryumon, this is probably going to be for Alphamon, or no, it's for Dorugorumon. That's what it's for. It's a Dorugoru line now. Yeah, so you definitely play this in that deck. So it's a 3 and it's a good effect. All turns inheritable plus 1000 DP. So yeah, solid inheritable. Haguru X. Digivolve over Haguru for 0. Otherwise, black level 2 for 0. When Digivolving, I don't like it when X antibody rookies only have when Digivolving effects. It makes it like really hard to use. But I guess the trade-off is that these effects are a little better. So we'll see what this is. You may play one Kohagurumon. Oh, so you play a token. 1000 DP, blocker, decoy, can't attack. Interesting. Okay. An inheritable blocker, machine, X antibody. Do you ever play this in machine? I don't think you do, because the machine you're kind of building in the back. And I don't remember if you play Hagurumon at all in machine. It seems okay. I'll give it a 2 just because it's only when Digivolving. If this was on play 2, I think it would for sure be super playable. And Kilomon, Digivolve over blue or yellow, level 3 for 3, or an Armadillomon for 2, has barrier. On play, when Digivolving, one of your opponent's Digimon can't attack players until the end of your opponent's turn. That's a pretty good effect. You can stall out Magna X, I guess, technically. Unless they have Blinding Ray or another Digimon to chip in. But I guess in theory, you would have blocker from Upamon. So it seems good. All turns plus 1000. Again, good inheritable. I have to give this... I think I said yesterday that I was going to give every card from this archetype a 1 just because the deck is so shit. But at least it's better than the Angemon. So I'll give it a 2. Okay, moving on. Seals Dramon. Play cost 4, Digivolve 2, on play when Digivolving by returning 3 cards with D-Brigade or Digipolice trait from your trash to the top of the deck. This Digimon gains Rush and can't be blocked. Ooh. Okay. All turns, all your other Digimon with D-Brigade or Digipolice get plus 1000. Is Rush Commandramon back? Huh. This one is interesting because... Yeah, I mean, you're so dependent on Commandramons and trash now, though. I kind of like this card. I'm gonna give it a 3. It seems cool, but I still want to say Rush Commandramon is just like Costco Numamon or something. I don't know. Okay. Namekemon is a puppet for what it's worth. Digivolves over Pulsemon for 2. Okay, so it's Pulsemon support. Otherwise, Digivolves over Black level 2 for 2. On play 4. On play, when Digivolving, if you have 3 or more security, one of your Digimon can't have its DP reduced by your opponent's effects. Okay. And isn't affected by Digivolve effects until the end of your opponent's turn. Oh. Okay, so it's like Metal Gray X effect. If you have 3 or fewer security cards, one of your Digimon gains blocker and reboot. Well, this card's kind of good. All turns, if you have Pulsemon in text, get plus 1000. I like that Bandai is going a lot towards these plus 1000 inheritables. I think that's like good for the game. Do you play this in a Pulsemon deck though? I mean, it's probably one of the best level 4s. Like, Again, I like the effect like standalone. I just don't know. I don't know anything about this deck, so I'll give it a 3. Okay, Publimon. Play cost 4. Digivolve over level 3 for 2 black. On play when digivolving, you may place the top card of one of your opponent's Digimon with a vaccine trait at the top of your opponent's security stack. Okay. Anti-vaccine tech? I don't know. All turns, once per turn. When a card is added to your opponent's security stack, if they have 3 or more security cards, trash the top or bottom card of the security stack. This is like anti-vaccine tech. That's super interesting. If we had sideboards, this would definitely be like a sideboard type card, but I don't see anyone ever main decking this unless it's like a super spicy tech. I'll give it a 2. Mechanori the Goat, he's back. Okay. Play cost 4, Digivolve 3 over black. Blocker, Armor Purge, interesting. On play, by placing one of your other Digimon with the Digipolice trait as this Digimon's bottom Digivolution card. Okay, so you can force it to have Armor Purge even if you play it for 4. Digivolve 1. That's a good effect. Your turn, this Digimon with no Digivolution cards can't attack. Okay, but I mean, you're stacking something. I guess if you get Armor... no, even then. Oh, wait. You have to put a Digimon that's on board by placing one of your other Digimon with Digipolice trait as this Digimon's bottom Digivolution card. Okay, so you can Digivolve it for 3, and then you just have Blocker or Armor Purge, or you could play it for 4, suck something under it, and then Digivolve 1. I feel like you have better things to do with your D-Brigade cards. I'm gonna give this a 1. Okay. Digivolve's a good effect, though. 2. Alright. Darugamon. Digivolve Dorumon or level 3 with SOC trait costs 2. Okay. Otherwise, Digivolve over a purple or black level 3 for 3. It has collision. Okay. I'm pretty sure that's like the new like keyword that Dorugamon is gonna have in general, like what the deck is based around. On play when Digivolving. Okay, on play 5. By trashing one card in your hand, draw 1. Okay, so when Digivolving, draw 2, trash 1. Okay. Then if this Digimon has a Tamer with the SOC trait in its Digivolution cards, one of your opponent's Digimon gains start of your main phase, this Digimon attacks. Okay. And I think there you have effects that like do stuff when your opponent suspends. Okay, this seems like a good card. I'm sure you play it in the Darugamon deck, like you probably have to. So I'll give it a 3. Inheritable alternates plus 1000. Okay, good. Shootamon, another Pulsemon level 5. On play when Digivolving, on play 6. Okay. If you have 3 or more security cards, Digivolve 1. If you have 3 or fewer security cards, delete one of your opponent's Digimon with play cost 6 or less. So if you're at 3, you probably nuke any level 5. End of attack by trashing top of your security get unsuspend. Okay, all of the Pulsemon level 5s have that effect. Again, I don't know anything about the Pulsemon deck. Digivolve is a good effect, but sure, it's a 2. Tankdramon is another D-Brigade Digipolice card. Okay, Digivolve over level 3 black for 4 standard. Or sorry, level 4 black for 3. On play when Digivolving. Okay, on play 7. Reveal top 3 cards of your deck. For each card with D-Brigade or Digipolice trait among them, reduce the play cost of all your opponent's Digimon by 1 for the turn. Interesting. Return the revealed cards to the top or bottom of the deck. Then delete one of your opponent's Digimon with a play cost of 4 or less. Okay, that's a very interesting effect. So, with the other Commandramon cards, I know you can stack Digipolice, or sorry, D-Brigade cards, both of them now, I guess, to top your deck. So in theory, you always hit 3 in an ideal scenario, which means you can delete Digimon play cost 7 or less. Fucking ads, dude. I need to get YouTube Prime or whatever the fuck it's called. Okay, overall, okay, inheritable. When one of your other Digimon with a D-Brigade or Digipolice trait is played, you Digivolve on. Oh, that's an insane effect. All turns. Hot? Ooh, you're hot. Tankdramon. I mean, I have to see where this deck is going. It's better than the other Tankdramons, I think. So, I don't know. I'll stick with 2. It seems okay. Okay, Doru Greymon. Digivolve over Dorugamon in name. Important because Daruga X. Or not Daruga X, Dex Dorugamon, I guess it's called. Or level 4 with SOC trait cost 3. Collision. All turns, when attack target is switched, this Digimon with a Tamer card with the SOC trait in its Digivolution cards may Digivolve into Digimon with Beast Dragon, Undead, or SOC trait in your hand without paying the cost. Okay. I see where they're going with this then. So it's not Alphamon support because Alphamon doesn't have any of those traits, but it is Gorumon support. So that's cool. It also supports the Undead, the Dark Animals version of the deck, and all the SOC stuff. Okay. All turns, once per turn, inheritable. When this Digimon deletes another Digimon, you may play 1 card with the X antibody or SOC trait with a play cost of 5 or less. Okay, so you can play all the Tamers with this effect too. From your trash. Oh, okay. This seems like a really good card for the archetype. Yeah, it's a 3. It might be a 4, but I don't know enough about the deck. Just the normal crazy ratings, true. Any crazy cards I missed? No. We're just going through all the black cards still. There's no crazy black cards. Zametsumon. Ooh, Gamamon support. Okay. So Digivolve over level 4 with Gamamon and text cost 3. Otherwise, Digivolve over a black level 4 for 3. Standard. On play, when Digivolving, Digivolve one of your opponent's Digimon with DP less than or equal to this Digimon's DP. Okay, so 8,000. And I know Gamamon has DP boost in there too, so that's pretty good. Then delete 1 Digimon with a play cost of 3 or less. Okay, so if you Digivolve before, you'll pop all the 3s basically. All turns, this Digimon gains effects of all the cards with Gamamon in its name. This Digimon's Digivolution card, standard Gamamon level 5 effect. Inheritable is the same deal. Seems like a standard Gamamon level 5. The Gamamon deck doesn't do anything though. I'll give it a 1. Okay, Shakomon. So this is like the payoff for the Angemon Patamon deck, or Angemon Armadillomon deck, whatever it's called. It's a good card. Okay, we'll just. Oh, so it has a partition black and yellow level 4. Fine for what? Okay, that's standard now. When Digivolving, this Digimon isn't affected by the effects of your opponent's Digimon until the end of the turn. Good effect. If DNA Digivolving, place one of your opponent's Digimon whose level is less than or equal to the number of cards in yours or your opponent's security stack at the bottom of your opponent's security stack. Good effect. And inheritable partition. Okay, so you ideally you go into this guy, right? You have blocker from the Upamon egg, and you're unaffected by Digimon effects. You clear one of their guys, and you have a bunch of plus 1,000 boosts, right? From Armadillomon and Kilomon. I forget what the Patamon inheritable is. Where are you? When attacking trash top Digivolution card, that's like not great considering what the other card does. And then Angemon does the same thing. A little bit of anti-synergy there, and I'll go over why in a second. So where are we? Shakomon. So I'll just cheat ahead a little bit. The tamer for this deck, because that's kind of the point of the deck. The Cody and TK is okay. You can play an Armadillo or Patamon from your hand at the start of your main phase, which is the same as the Davis Ken. So that's a good effect because it lets you proc your DNAs. God, fucking ads. Okay. So that's a good effect. And then when you DNA Digivolve into a black or yellow Digimon, you Digivolve one of your opponent's Digimon. So, I mean, okay, maybe I take back that it's anti-synergy with the Angemon and Patamon inheritables, because I guess ideally you trash some of the top cards of their stack, and then you Digivolve them to like a lower level afterwards. But because those are when attacking effects, and this is when Digivolving, like the timing is reversed. It's a good card. Like having Digivolve on Tamer is good for sure. I just don't think the Shakomon plus this is enough. And then you have ideally Vike Ace as your top end. I'm saying a lot basically to say this deck is mid. Yeah, Shakomon is a good card, but its deck is bad. I've been saying that so much about this deck. All right, moving on. Doru Gorumon. Doru Gray for 3 or SOC trait for 3. Otherwise, Digivolves for 4 over black or purple. Has collision. When Digivolving, if this Digimon has a Tamer with SOC trait in its Digivolution cards, delete one of your opponent's unsuspended Digimon or Tamers. Good effect, all turns when another Digimon is deleted, you may unsuspend this Digimon. So I've played against this deck a few times on freaking Sim. It doesn't do anything. The best thing I can say about Doru Gorumon, and this is like a cool tech that people have been talking about, is that collision can get through Magna X because it targets the player and not the Digimon. So if Magna X is their only card and you swing with collision, they're forced to block with the Magna X. So if you can somehow prevent their Magna X from attacking so that they're still 12 and you force collision and you have all your plus 1000 inheritables, you can swing over Magna X. Or if they do have the plus 15, the plus 3, so they're 15, and you can make your Dorgumon 16k somehow. I haven't found an easy way to do it. The most I can get is like 15 with perfect stack. Then you can kill it. But other than that, I think the deck is just kind of not there. For me, this is a 2. I'm gonna give it a 2. I see the potential. Like I see the vision. I just think getting there is tough. So yeah, it's a 2. Yeah, all right. Moving on to the last black card, Darkdramon. Okay, so I guess this is going to be the payoff for the new D-Brigade deck. When you would play this card, if there is a Digimon with the boss trait, is this a boss trait? No. Okay. Reduce the play cost by 6. By returning 6 cards with the D-Brigade trait from your trash to the top of the deck, reduce the play cost by 6. So I guess you could play this for 1 if you have a boss trait Digimon. What's boss trait that you would play in this deck? I know the Chaosmon was boss trait. Rule also has boss / D-Brigade. And I think boss trait is for all the Bonchos. Does that ever come up? I don't know. Okay. On play, when Digivolving, reveal the top 3 cards of your deck. Delete one of your opponent's Digimon with play costs less than or equal to the play cost of one of the cards among them. Trash the reveal cards. End of your turn, 2 of your Digimon may DNA Digivolve into a Chaosmon in your hand. God, this seems super mid. I'm gonna give it a 1. Like, the new support in 17, I think, completes the deck a bit. Okay, that could explain it. Only itself and the Chaos and bad cards itself, but this isn't even a boss trait. Sadness. It just has Cyborg D-Brigade. Yeah, okay, this card's bad. All right, we are moving on to purple cards. Siako X. Digivolve over Siakomon for 0. Start of your main and when Digivolving. Your opponent may trash 1 Digimon card in their hand. If they don't, gain 1 memory. When attacking, once per turn, draw 1 and trash 1 card in your hand. Otherwise, Digivolves over a blue or purple level 2 for 1. Man. So I know there's an old Siakomon that was Levia support. So I guess with this card, you can like maybe force them to trash something that you can then force them to play out with the level 5s, Waru Sidra and the other guy. I forget his name. Interesting. Start of main at least, so you can put this in the back. But it costs 1 unless it's you exit over Siakomon. It seems bad. The inheritable is good though. I give us a 1. Maybe if like blue purple didn't get like Giga Nerf with Guru X limit, it might have done something, but it's fine. For the 17 support, I meant Doru stuff. Oh, okay, that makes sense. All right, moving on to Lotmon X. Digivolve for Kokomon or Lotmon for 0. Otherwise, green or purple, level 2 for 1. On play when Digivolving by trashing 1 card in your hand, one of your Digimon gets plus 3000 DB for the turn. Okay, so this is support for the Alliance deck. The Lotmon Alliance deck. Okay. Inheritable, your turn, once per turn. When an effect plays one of your Digimon, draw 1. Yeah, so it's straight up just like a Antilamon, Cherubimon Alliance support. That deck is unfortunately just not that good. Actually, I would say it's probably just bad. So unfortunately, I'm going to give this a 1. Doberman. Play 4, Digivolve 2 over purple level 3. On play when Digivolving, one of your Digimon gains blocker until the end of your opponent's turn. Okay, this seems good because I know Dober X gives Retail. So, okay, so you can get blocker Retail. Your turn, once per turn, when an effect plays one of your Digimon, draw 1. I guess this was a Anubis support. Oof. Give it a 1. All right, Gesomon X. Digivolve over Gesomon for 0. Otherwise, blue or purple level 3 for 3. On play when Digivolving. On play 5, okay. If Gesomon or X antibody is in this Digimon's Digivolution cards, how would you do that on play? Okay. Trash any 3 cards under one of your opponent's Digimon or Tamers. Then one of your opponent's Digimon or Tamers without cards under it can't suspend until the end of their turn. So I guess on play you would just get that effect. When attacking, draw 1, trash 1. Okay, bad. All right, moving on. Sethmon. Play cost 5, Digivolve 3, Digivolve over Vmon for 2. Okay, so this is a Vmon armor card. Armor Purge. When Digivolving, when attacking, you may choose one of your Digimon. Delete one of your opponent's Digimon with DP less than or equal to that Digimon's DP and your chosen Digimon. I mean, you could target yourself and then just Armor Purge back down to Vmon. Interesting. And then you would be able to Digivolve again over the Vmon. That's a cool trick. Purple red though, Virus Imperial, I guess, is the angle here. It doesn't seem good. I'll give it a 1. Free Art Gabus for Anubis deck. Yeah, it is. Okay, Mad Leomon. I know this card is very good. Okay, so Digivolve over Leo Elecmon for 2. Otherwise, green or purple level 3 for 3. When attacking, this Digimon may Digivolve into a Digimon with Leomon in its name from your hand or trash. So it doesn't have the cost reduce of the other Leomon level 4s from EX5, but it does have the inheritable, which really boosts the deck, which is End of Attack. By deleting this Digimon, you may play 1 level 4 lower Digimon card from your trash without paying the cost. So you can force your heavy Leo to proc its on deletion effect, and then Fortitude, and bring back another level 4, which is huge value. Leomon's been waiting for another level 4 they can play, because I mean, this is just a fantastic card for that deck. It's a 4, 100%. Seth is okay in Fenrir because they play a new Dino Bee and it's Dark Animal. Oh, it is Dark Animal. Okay, that makes sense. Do you play this in Fenrir? I mean, I suppose. Okay, I see the vision. I don't know if you actually would, but I get it. Okay, moving on to Arukenimon. So this is the first Myotis support card for the new Myotis deck, which is funny. I've seen people play it. It seems really fun, but it also seems not good. So like another just clown deck, unfortunately. But okay, so play cost 6. Digivolve for 3 over level 4 purple, has blocker. On play, reveal top 5 cards of your deck, then trash 2 purple cards among them, return the rest to the bottom of the deck. So I know the Myotis Tamer, I think it's a new one. It's when you play a card with Myotis in text, you can pop the Tamer to reduce the cost by 3. So this is play cost 3 Searcher, essentially. On deletion from your trash, you may play 1 Tamer card. Okay. From your trash, you may play one tamer card with Myotismon in its text without the same name as one of your tamers without paying the cost. Okay. Yeah, I mean, this is clearly just support for the Myotis deck, which is not good. So I'll give it a 2. I assume the Mumbon I'm going to give the same rating. Okay, this one has a retail instead of blocker. On play, draw 2, trash 2. Okay, that's a good effect. On deletion, from your trash, you may play one tamer card with Myotismon in its text without the same name as one of your tamers without paying the cost. I mean, it's just Myotis support. It's a 2. Climbmon, another Pulsemon level 5. Jesus, how many Pulsemon level 5s are we getting? When Digivolving, if you have 3 or more security cards, draw 2, then trash 1 card in your hand. Wow, draw 3, trash 1. Okay. If you have 3 or fewer security cards, you may play 1 Digimon card with 6,000 DP or less and Pulsemon in its text from your trash without paying the cost. At the next time your opponent's turn ends, delete that Digimon. Does that ever come up? God, this Pulsemon deck is so weird. I'll just give this a 1 and move on. Okay. Cerberusmon, on play when Digivolving. Okay, so play 7, Digivolve 3 over purple level 4. You may return 1 Digimon card with a dark animal or shaman trait from your trash to the hand. Oh, another Anubis support card. Sadness. Inheritable, when an effect plays one of your Digimon gains rush for the turn. Yeah, this would hella be Anubis support. I mean, on its own, it's still not even that bad. I'll give it a 2. Maybe there's some like Cerberus loop deck that comes back because of this shit. I have no idea. Saw a JP Myotis deck top, so that means it's good. Oh yeah, the 3-man local top. All right, moving on to Soul Lugermon. This one I'm pretty sure is good. Okay, so Digivolve 4 with SOC trait, cost 3. Okay. When Digivolving, by trashing 2 cards in your hand, delete one of your opponent's Digimon with 6,000 DP or less. If this effect didn't delete, you may play 1 level 4 lower card with the SOC trait from your trash without paying the cost. That's a good effect. And then trashing 2, I assume you proc your Balmon with that too. All turns, when one of your other Digimon with the SOC trait is deleted, this Digimon with the tamer card with the SOC trait in its Digivolving cards may Digivolve into Fenrir Lugomon from your trash without paying the cost. Okay. How would you proc that? I don't know. I don't know enough about Fenrir, but I do know they play this card to some extent. Inheritable, end of attack once returned. If your opponent has 1 or more memory, unsuspend this Digimon. Okay, obviously another unsuspend for Fenrir is good. I think they do play this card. I feel like they made all this Anubis support without imagining Merva as a card. Yeah, that's 100% true. I feel like the old Soul Luger is just better. But I do think people play this card. I'm not sure. I'll give it a 2 and move on. All right, Dino B, DNA Digivolve, purple and red level 4, has Raid and Partition. When Digivolving, if DNA Digivolving, you may play 1 level 5 or lower Digimon with the free trait from your trash without paying cost. Then one of your Digimon gains rush for the turn and may attack a player. So I know, okay, so I guess in theory this is Virus Imperial support, but I know you actually play this card in Fenrir because now they have purple and red cards at their level 4s. So then, even though you can't play a Digimon from your trash because you don't play any free traits, I don't think, you still can give one of the cards you summon off Fenrir Rush. So I don't think you're as reliant on Gatomon, Black Gato anymore. And even if you do still play Black Gato, this just takes the place of Chimera, I believe. So you get basically 2 attacks instead of 1 that you would with Chimera. So this is a good card. You will see this in Fenrir, and maybe someone cooks something up with Virus Imperial. So I'll give it a 3. Is the Sethmon free trait? Oh, it is free trait. Oh, okay. I see the vision now with the Sethmon. Yeah, okay, fair enough. All right, moving on to... It's a Sylphimon deck card. Seth is free. Yeah, okay. Cool. Pheromon. On play when Digivolving. On play 12, god. Delete 1 level 4 lower Digimon. Okay, terrible effect. Your turn. When an effect deletes another Digimon, you would play 1 level 5 or lower Digimon card with the Undead or Dark Animal trait from your trash. I think there's just way better things you'd be doing with that deck. Give it a 1. Cherubi X. Okay, so Digivolve over Cherubi for 2. Has Alliance. When Digivolving, when attacking, you may play one level 4 lower yellow or green Digimon card from your hand or trash without paying the cost. Okay. So I assume when attacking, you can order it. So when attacking, you play something and then you can Alliance. Okay, so you can proc your own Alliance with this card. Cool. End of your turn, once per turn, if Cherubi or X Antibody is in your sources, delete one of your opponent's level 4 or lower Digimon. For each of your other Digimon, add 1 to the maximum level this effect can choose. Okay, this is a good card. This is a good card. I just think the Alliance engine is just not that good. I'll give it a 3 just because I see the vision, and I think it's good on its own. The deck might let it down a little bit though. Pheromon first appearance is a dud. True. Isn't there another Pheromon? I feel like there's another Pharaoh, but it might be vanilla. I don't remember. Okay, moving on to Shroudmon. Pulsemon level 6. Okay. When Digivolving, end of attack. Once per turn. If you have 3 or more security cards, one of your opponent's Digimon gets minus 7,000 TP for their turn. If you have 3 or fewer security cards, delete one of your opponent's unsuspended Digimon. Okay, those effects don't really have synergy with each other, but okay. All turns. When this Digimon would leave the battle area by your opponent's effects, if you have 3 or more security cards, by trashing the top card of your security stack, prevent it from leaving. So it's like barrier, but for effects. Okay. On deletion, recover 1 until you have 3 security cards. Ugh. Is Kazuchi not just better than this? Like even just the old Kazuchi? I'll give it a 2. Okay, Malo Myotis. The new Myotis boss. Let's see. When Digivolving, when attacking. By deleting one of your Digimon or Tamers, delete one of your opponent's unsuspended Digimon. If this effect didn't delete one of your opponent's Digimon, delete one of your opponent's Tamers. Okay, interesting. All turns once per turn. When one of your other Digimon or Tamers is deleted by an effect, trash the top card of your opponent's security stack. All turns. Okay. I mean, it's a good card. I just think Myotismon as a deck just doesn't get there. I'll give it a 1. Okay, Ukomon, we'll give it a 4 and move on. Like this card is just turbo broken. Turbo broken. Probably the best card in the set. Big Ukomon. This card is really funny. This card is super interesting to me. I just okay, let's just read the card. On deletion, return all Tamers to their owner's hands. Then you may play 1 Tamer card from your hand and 1 Ukomon from your trash without paying the cost. Okay. End of your turn, once per turn. By returning 1 Digi-Egg card from your trash to the bottom of the Digi-Egg deck, delete one of your opponent's Digimon with the lowest level. Then you may play 1 level 4 lower Digimon card from your hand to the breeding area without paying the cost. I think this is... It's a super interesting card, especially with the new Louis Tamer, which lets you kind of cheat it into your breeding area for free. If you can find a way to proc your own on deletions, you can really screw over Tamer heavy decks. Once you recycle eggs back to your egg deck, I'm gonna give it a 3 just because I think it's a really interesting like utility card, something that we haven't really seen in the game before. Yeah, I think that I like the card. It's super interesting. So these are the last of the Digimon, and we will now move on to all the Tamers in the set. Okay, so Yoli and Kari. This is the Hawkmon Salamon support Tamer. Okay, you may play 1 Hawkmon or Salamon from your hand without paying the cost. At the next time your opponent's turn ends, return that Digimon to the hand. Okay, all these dual Tamers in the set have that same effect. Your turn, when one of your Digimon digivolves into a red or yellow Digimon, by suspending this Tamer, gain 1 memory. If DNA digivolving, one of your opponent's Digimon gets minus 3,000 TP for the turn. I just don't think minus 3,000 is enough, unfortunately. And the Hawkmon Gatomon deck, like I've said before, is just not there. So I'll give it a 1. Davis and Ken. Okay, so unlike the Hawkmon Salamon deck, Vmons and Wormmons have a lot of support, and this card is gas. Start your main phase. You may play 1 Vmon or Wormmon from your hand without paying the cost. At the next time your opponent's turn ends, return that Digimon to the hand. So because you have so many Searcher Vmons and Searcher Wormmons, and there's like 2 of each Vmon and Wormmon that have the end of turn DNA, this card lets you really set up your DNAs like guaranteed by getting like those free searches to miss out the pieces, to add your pieces, and then if they don't clear your rookie, you add it back to your hand, and you can play it again next turn. I think it's very, very good. So, okay, that's the first part of the card, which is good. And then your turn, when one of your Digimon digivolves into a blue or green Digimon, suspend this tamer, gain 1 memory. If DNA digivolving, trash any 3 Digivolution cards of your opponent's Digimon. So you can pick from multiple Digimon what to trash. Super, super good, especially when you consider the effective fighter mode. I'm going to give this a 4. I think this is an incredibly huge support card. Like, very, very good for Imperial. Hacker Judge. Security. Play this card without paying the cost. Okay, because it has a different inheritable. All right, start of your turn. If you have 2 of your memory, set it to 3. Okay, memory setter. Mind Link. All right, the Mind Link effect is all turns while this Digimon has Pulsemon in its text against blocker and barrier. Okay, and then end of all turns, you may play 1 Hacker Judge from the Digimon's Digivolution cards without paying the cost. So standard Mind Link effect. Aberdeen Electronics text, or sorry, trait. I guess if you're playing Pulsemon, you're playing this tamer. You don't have a choice, right? So I'll give it a 3 just because on its own I feel like it does do enough. I just, again, don't know if the Pulsemon deck does anything yet. Kosuke Kisakata. What a name. So make a Uko Rookie Rush with big Uko. I think someone probably can for sure. Security. Play this card without paying its cost. Okay, it's a Mind Link tamer. Memory setter, Mind Link. Okay, and then all turns, inheritable. Well, this Digimon is X antibody or SOC trait, gains piercing and blocker. Okay. End of all turns, you may play 1 Kosuke. Okay, so just the standard Mind Link text. Piercing and blocker, obviously that works very well with the Dorugamon deck because you have collision and then you have that Dorumon effect that forces them to attack, so you can force them attacking your blocker. Gives you piercing to combo with the collision. Memory setter, very good card overall. 3. Cody and TK, all right, I already talked about this one. The card itself is good, but the deck is bad. I'll give it a 2. Arukeni and Mummymon. Your turn. When Arukenimon or Mummymon would be deleted from your hand, would be played from your hand, by deleting this tamer, reduce the play cost by 3. So I did talk about that a little bit. So basically your Arukenimons and Mummymons cost 3 instead of 6. On deletion, you may play 1 level 5 or lower Digimon card with Myotismon in its text from your trash without paying the cost. Delete that Digimon at the end of your opponent's turn. So I know Myotis Ace plays tamers from trash, so I guess you could loop those 2 cards. You have other effects which delete your tamers, like the Malomyotis, which you talked about, so there's some synergy there. I'll give it a 2. Louis, start of your turn. If you have 2 of your memory, set it to 3. So this is a white memory setter, which is relevant for some texts, etc. Main once per turn. By deleting 1 of your Ukomon and trashing 1 of your Digimon in the breeding area, you may play 1 big Ukomon in your breeding area from your hand for a cost of 3. So this is the big Uko support. I mean, it's so interesting to me. I just don't know like what you would play it in. I don't know, maybe purple hybrid would be kind of funny, because then you could proc big Ukos on deletion with like your own purple cards. I don't know. It's a funny card. I'll give it a 3 just because I think it's funny, but I don't know if it's actually that good. All right, moving on. Beastly Storm Dance of Affection. Wow, that's a name. Okay, cost 3, red yellow option. You may play 1 Aquilamon or Gatomon from your hand without paying the cost. Then 2 of your Digimon may DNA Digivolve into a Digimon card in your hand. The Digimon this effect DNA Digivolved may gain security attack +1 for the turn and attack a player. Okay, so basically gives you Blitz. Security effect, play 1 Hawkmon or Salmon from your hand or chest without paying the cost. It just doesn't do enough for that deck. Like, okay, yeah, you can Blitz with Sylphimon, but is that really doing anything for you? I don't know. Invincible Dragon Insect Fusion. This is the same type of card. Play 1 X of your Stingmon from your hand without paying the cost. Then 2 of your Digimon may DNA Digivolve into Digimon card in your hand. Until the end of your opponent's turn, the Digimon this effect DNA Digivolved can't be deleted in battle and gains a blocker. So super jamming, basically. Protection from battle and gains blocker. So you could block something bigger than you and you won't die. There's niche scenarios where this would come up in Imperial. I just think they might be too niche. It's better than this one. Okay, we're demoting this to a 1 and we're leaving this at a 2. All right, Sparkle of Destiny. If you have a green Digimon, you may use this card ignoring its color requirements. Okay, so this is the Rapid X card. Effect: one of your Digimon with Gargomon or Rapidmon in its name may digivolve into a card with Rapidmon in its name from your hand, ignoring its Digivolution requirements and without paying the cost. The Digimon that digivolved with this effect can't have its DP reduced by your opponent's effects until the end of your opponent's turn. So this is like the counterpart to Mega Digizoid Fusion, the old Magna X card. So if you're playing Terrier Tribal, I think you probably do play a copy or two of this card. I mean, can't be DP reduced is a good effect and lets you cheat out into level 6 for 3 memory. Seems good. You can also digivolve Mega Gargo Ace into Rapid X with this card, so you could like, just layer them on top of each other, so which is kind of funny. Security effect: you can play one level 3 Digimon card with Terriermon in its name from your hand or trash without paying the cost, then add this card to your hand. That's a good effect. I think overall this card is a 3. It's a good card. Dragon Breath, 4-gate Dragon's trait, so this is obviously Goldramon support, 4-gate Dragon support. Reveal top 4 cards of your deck, add 1 yellow card and 1 card with the 4 Great Dragons trait among them to your hand. Return the rest to the bottom of the deck, then place this card in your battle area. Okay, it says delay. You may place 1 trial of the 4 Great Dragons from your hand in your battle area, or trash 1 card with 4 Great Dragons trait in your hand. If you did, one of your opponent's Digimon gets minus 7,000 DP until the end of their turn. Okay. Security: when your opponent's Digimon gets minus 7,000 DP until the end of their turn, then delay. I mean, I guess for what the 4 Great Dragons deck is trying to do, this is like a solid card. I just don't think that deck is good. I'll give it a 2. The Terrier one is worse than the Magna one because Rapid X is already cheap cost and Magna X isn't. That's true. Rapid X, I think, costs... Well, it's right here. Costs 4 over a Rapidmon. I mean, you're saving 1 memory, I guess. Yeah, alright. Okay, Shine of B. Costs 7. Suspend 2 of your opponent's Digimon, then return all your opponent's suspended Digimon with the lowest DP to the bottom of the deck. All of your Digimon get plus 2,000 DP until the end of your opponent's turn. I mean, okay, technically this is like the Tyrant option. Because it only bot decks the lowest DP, you can get into situations where this card does not do what you need it to do. It's like, okay. Honestly, I don't like this card. I think Giant Missile is like almost always better. Like the plus 2,000 is good, obviously, for what Tyrant is trying to do. But if you're trying to get boosts, like I think maybe Electroshocker is just better at that point if you're strictly wanting the boost. All right, moving on to... I'm gonna take a drink of water before this one. Metropolitan Police Department, Community Safety Bureau, Cybercrime Division, Investigation Unit 11, Digimon Crime Response Team. I can't believe they kept that name. Okay, cost 3, main, reveal top 3 cards of your deck, add 1 card with the D-Brigade or Digipolice trait among them to the hand, return the rest to the top of the deck, then place this card into your battle area. Okay, so basically like a Mem Boost replacement. Main, delay, reveal top 3 cards of your deck. You may play 1 card with D-Brigade or Digipolice trait and a play cost of 4 or less among them without paying the cost, trash the rest. So you can stack that with the other main effect. It's a good card. It has Digipolice trait itself, and the security effect, reveal top 3 cards of your deck, add 1 card with D-Brigade or Digipolice trait among them to the hand, return the rest to the top of the deck, then place this card in your battle area. I mean, this is a solid card for what the deck is trying to do, so I'll give it a 3. Ancient Angel of Steel. Play cost 3, black, yellow. You may play 1 Ankylomon or Angemon from your hand without paying the cost. Then 2 of your Digimon may DNA Digivolve into a Digimon card in your hand. If DNA Digivolve by this effect, recover 1. I mean, recover 1 for 3 is good, but you have to have DNA. I don't know. Seems okay. Security, you may play 1 Armadillomon or Patmon from your hand or trash without paying the cost, and add this card to your hand. I'll give it a 2 just because recovery is a nice keyword, I guess. Okay, Doru Jin. Play cost 6, main. If you have a Digimon with Doru Goramon in its name, delete one of your opponent's Digimon or Tamers with a play cost of 4 or less. Okay, so pay 6 memory to delete 4 cost or less. Not that good. And you have to have Doru Goramon out. Then delete all your opponent's Digimon with the lowest play cost. Oh, okay. That makes it a little better. Well, a lot better. Security, activate this card's main effect. Man, the fact that you're kind of tied into having to have Doru Goramon as out to get like the full effect. Seems mid. Give it a 1. Okay, Demon Wolf of the Castle of 9 Wolves. Main, reveal top 3 cards of your deck. Add 1 card with the SOC trait among them to the hand. Return the rest to the bottom of the deck. If this effect added a card, trash 1 card in your hand. Then place this card in the battle area. Delay. And we play 1 card with SOC trait from your trash with the play cost reduced by 2. Oh. That seems really good. Security. Reveal top 3 cards of your deck. Add 1 card with SOC trait among them to the hand. Turn the rest to the bottom of the deck. This effect added a card. Trash 1 card in your hand. Then place this card in the battle area. Okay. I would imagine Lugamons play this. Like, what, does this replace Mist Boost? But Mist Boost gains you memory, though. This card doesn't gain you memory. Interesting. I don't know if you would ever actually just play this in Lugamon. I assume you do. Maybe like a couple copies. Demon Wolf is better in Kazuchi Fenrir next set. Okay. That does make sense. Okay. Got it. I think for like a standard like current OTK Fenrir deck, you probably just want the memory from Mem Boost. Alright, Thunder Flame Crusher. 6 costs, purple, yellow. Okay. If you have Digimon Terran with plus 1 its text, you may use this card without meeting its color requirements. Okay, fair enough. When you would use this card by trashing the top card of your security stack until you have at least 3 security cards left, reduce the use cost by 2 for each card trashed. Interesting. So if you have 5 security, you could reduce this by 4, so it costs 2. Okay. Main, delete one of your opponent's level 5 or lower Digimon. Then if you have 2 or fewer security cards, place this card at the bottom of your security stack. Okay, I see the vision. This card lets you set up your 3 cards in security. Security, one of your opponent's Digimon gets minus 15,000 TP for the turn. That's a good security effect. I'll give it a... Man, what does the Postmon deck even do, dude? 2. It's a 2. Alright, we'll move on to the boss cards of the set. Okay, so the 2 secret rares. Rapidmon X. Digivolves over Rapidmon for cost 4. Otherwise, a yellow or green level 5 for 3. Armor Purge. When Digivolving, suspend all your opponent's Digimon, then this Digimon may attack. All turns while Rapidmon or X Antibody is in this Digimon's Digivolution cards, all your opponent's suspended Digimon get minus 4,000 DP. So super good effect. So you Digivolve into this card, suspend all their Digimon, they all get minus 4,000 DP, and then you swing over something and gain back 2 memory. Great effect, right? Because that's the next effect. All turns once per turn, when an opponent's Digimon is deleted by a battle or by having 0 DP, gain 2 memory. Super good effect. It basically locks out like all their 4,000 DP or less Digimon from even trying to attack. Great card. The big thing I've noticed about Rapid X is that it's super vulnerable to Source Strip since it doesn't have protection from effects like Magna X does. If they strip out your Rapidmons, you're kind of not doing anything, which is sad. But the card is still very, very good. I'll give it... Should I just give it a 4? I'm gonna give it a 4. Especially since it's a vaccine. Like, obviously, this is like one of the big bosses of the vaccine armor deck. But the big boss of the set, Magna X, probably one of the best cards ever printed in this game. It's a top 5 card ever printed for sure. Digivolve. 2 color with Magnamon in name, cost 5. Otherwise, it digivolves over a black, yellow, or blue, level 5 for 4 memory. This is, I think this is the first 3 color card in the game. Absolutely nuts. It's a yellow card too, so you're just insane Heaven's Judgment value just on its own. Blocker, Armor Purge. When digivolving, if Magna X Antibody or a card with Armor Form trait is in this Digimon's... If Magnamon X Antibody... Okay, I got it. Whoa. Is that a typo? If Magnamon X Antibody or a card with the Armor Form trait is in this Digimon's Digivolution cards... Oh, I guess you can digivolve it over the old Magna X. Okay, interesting. Okay. This Digimon isn't affected by your opponent's effects and gets plus 3,000 DP until the end of your opponent's turn, then unsuspend this Digimon. This is borderline probably the best effect in the game. Like, absolutely nuts. Protection from everything. Boosts itself, unsuspends itself. Crazy. Okay, so obviously it's combined with the alternate effect once per turn. When a card is removed from a security stack, you may activate one of this Digimon's when digivolving effects. So the turn you digivolve into it, you're 15k immune to effects. The next turn, all you have to do is clear a security, either by swinging into your opponent or trashing your own security with a card like Blinding Ray, reproc your effect. This is like absolute house of a card. I feel like this card pretty much is going to check most of the meta. Like if your deck doesn't have a way to deal with this card, you're not playing a real deck. It's just so nasty. It's a vaccine type 2. I don't know why. It should not be in vaccine type, so you can freaking emissary into it if you have that. Like nuts card. Super good. I don't know what else to say about it. Like this card is just the meta defining card. And with that, we have made it to the end of BT16. Unfortunately, I didn't save the ones that I did yesterday, but I think the only like really standout cards from yesterday were we'll go back all the way to the top. I know Galgamon for sure. Garuda X is pretty good. Valk Ace for sure. Valk Ace is definitely a super good card. Galgamon, super good card. Bike Ace and Fighter Mode Ace, also extremely good. And I think that's it, aside from, of course, Tyrant. Yeah, this is going to be a really cool set. Really going to change up the meta. I know all of us are tired of BT15 at this point. It's been BT15 forever since Worlds happened, basically. So it'll be nice to get a nice change of pace. How many 5s were in the set? What did I give a 5 to? The two secrets, Davis, nasty. All right, that's it for me for today. I will upload this whole video. I'll cut it together, put it on the channel if you guys missed it. Oh yeah, big change of pace. All right, later gamers.